Are you learning?
We got our infant child key.
On this episode, we're going to show you some solid safety gear. We'll show you our sexy lithium battery bank.
Where you're going to be out there and you're going to leave the boat on the harbor for 6 months, cruising, and absolutely.
And we'll take you on a motor repairing mission.
You would think they'd start making these things better than that.
Plus, you're going down below with us to repair a high-tech component.
Oh, it didn't blow up. How's the fort?
Good! This is a mummy special.
Welcome to Lazy Gecko Sailing. I'm Brittany, and this is Jeremiah.
I came from the mud.
We've been sailing the world and filming it all for you.
Strong like a tree.
Now come along with us on our next adventure.
Oh, I've been wrong.
Make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss any of the fun.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
It's funny, I was on Instagram yesterday, and I was sitting in the back while they were working, and I saw a boat. I was like, oh, it's getting splashed. I was like, that looks familiar. I was like, is that here? And I kind of went through, and then I went to the last post, and they were in the same yard we're in, the Bert Jabbins Yacht Center.
That's funny, on an Instagram update.
And they were launching, which I was sitting in the cockpit all day, so they obviously launched right in front of me.
Yeah.
And then I looked around, and there they were on a ball right there, the blue boat.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Yeah.
Let's just give them a zoom in.
Don't judge me for all the lines down here.
Don't judge you? I don't judge.
They were getting thrown in here. I got to organize this.
You should know that I don't judge.
This is our Reliant lithium iron bank. We have two 300 amp hour batteries in here. Before we had smaller cables, and they were not run like this. They were coming up here. There was fuses and all this kind of crap. They've isolated it all, put it all together, put thicker, good cables on there, and reran it, and it's all internal now. So really happy with the way this is. This house bank has been amazing. It's expensive though. I think each one of these batteries run around $3,500 at this point. But you can take these down to like 20%. So you get a lot more out of the 600 amps that you have in here. You can use more of them. You know, you can see all this sealant right here. The reason why that's there is because the old batteries would vent hydrogen, and it would go into the boat, and first off, you're breathing it, and it would make all the stupid
alarms go
carbon
off.
monoxide detectors go off.
Many nights we've pulled
Wake up,
mattresses into the salon, and you've slept in there, and
right, you
yeah.
know, they don't vent. They take care of themselves. They shut themselves off if they go too low. They shut themselves off if you go too high. You don't have to refill them ever. They're just self-contained.
It's nice when you leave your boat and you don't have to worry about your battery.
If you're seriously boating, like if you're just, going out on the weekends, it's not a big deal. But if it's something like this where you're going to be out there and you're going to leave the boat on the harbor for 6 months and cruising, and absolutely, dude. You're doing a good job, honey.
Sweeping might be better because you get the cracks.
No, it's not gonna. You're not doing anything, but it's all good. You're getting an A for effort.
Are you learning?
We got our infant child key. We bought a defibrillator recently. I don't know if we've talked about it at all yet, but I have AFib, and then, there's all kinds of old people around out here, and you're way out in the middle of nowhere, and you never know when you might need something like this. We went ahead and bought a defibrillator for the boat, and when we got it, realized it didn't have the infant key. So this is like $100 more or something like that.
I know.
But it's basically a key that you turn like this, and you put it in the little slot here, and the machine now will go for a kid under 55 pounds, 0 to 8 years old.
Yeah, and obviously different instructions right there where you put the pads.
Yeah, so this thing lights up, and it tells you, it talks to you, and it goes through the whole process. Pretty cool. And I also got some extra pads. And then we got our Yacht Commander box. If you know, the boat has Yacht Commander bow and stern thrusters. They're pods. They were put on by the previous owner. Huge upgrade. You have to drill a hole in the boat. I don't know how I would have done it, honestly. But we had an issue with ours. So we were like, 20 miles offshore in rough seas. I mean, the seas were probably 6 to 8. We were sailing. It was sunset. It was just about to get dark. And all of a sudden, the stern thruster started blasting off. It wasn't on or anything. I thought it was the engine because it was coming back from where the engine is, and it was like just loud. And I was like, what the hell is that? It took me like probably 20 seconds to realize, going over there like, what the hell? I thought the engine had sucked something up or got caught in something, but no, it was the stern thruster going off, full blast. And then, so I started tearing apart the lazarette, trying to get everything out of there to get to the battery switch, and it started like sputtering, and then it would just stop. So I finally got down to the battery switch, shut it off, and got a hold of the people, went through some troubleshooting, and over the phone, and took an educated guess that it's this box. Just a little electrical control box. It's inside one of the lazarettes right above the stern thruster, and the power and negative cable goes this right in here, and this little thing hooks up, and we believe this is the source of our issue. So at least it didn't happen while it was in the middle of the night, because that would have really sucked, because it's already kind of sketchy enough at night, or when we were like in a marina docking or something like that. So
or swimming next to it.
Or yeah, like, you know, Reese jumps off that thing. Like, I don't know, man. I lack confidence in this thing now, but I'm gonna replace this. I might just try to keep the battery switch off at all times until we're about to use the stern thruster, which is kind of a pain in the ass, right? Because it's not in a easily accessible location. It's in the bottom of. I have to get under and climb back, and I'm sure I'll do some video on it. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna replace it and probably control it for a while at least, and not have it on when our kid is under the boat. And if I get jammed up and end up with a heart attack because of my arm getting jammed in the thruster or something like that, honey, you'll be able to use the defibrillator to kickstart my heart.
Oh, good. We're all taken care of.
Well, this is our command module, I guess, whatever, iBox that controls the stern thruster. What I've done is I've taken out all the old guts right here, taken all this out, and now I'm just putting the new one in. We'll see. Hopefully this is what the issue was, but we'll find out. This little deal through here, this little zip tie, which holds this piece in right here. Yeah. All right. Now we'll just clamp this down, make it look nice and pretty. It always comes down to one thing, always. It's usually the last thing too. All right. Take these connections up. I'm too sweaty. The tape, it ruins it when I touch it. So this thing just started going off all by itself. The only thing we could figure out that, you know, it could be besides wires touching somewhere, which they're not. Somebody drilling into the boat, screwing something up into a wire, which didn't happen. Or this box. I think it's probably this box. Well, it was. Wires look good there, here. Good. Everything's all put together. It didn't blow up. Hey, babe. Yeah? Can you come here? So I'm gonna turn on, and then when I say go ahead and power the system, and then when I say just give it like a pop to the left or right at first.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it on.
All right.
It's on.
Okay. Just give it one little pop. Okay, go the other way. All right, go ahead and use it a little bit. Okay, thank you. You can turn it off. So far, so good. Wires look good, nothing's touching. So let's put this sucker back together. Can you do it one more time? This should everything up. Alright, thank you. I'm just gonna leave this area a little more accessible, so if I have to run down here to turn this thing off, I will, if it starts going off by itself. But what we have is 24-volt system. The stern thruster's underneath me. This is the iBox that we just replaced the internal components to. Battery switch, fuse, 100 amp fuse. And then we also have battery charger that I usually had plugged in. Battery charger plugged into a GFI plug. And then the 2 batteries to make the 24 volt system are right here, 2 AGM batteries. We have 2 here. This is in the stern. And then we have 2 in the bow as well. Hopefully we got it all situated, and now we have our stern thruster back, which is pretty cool. One good thing it did was it made me not use them, and you know, help me learn how to drive the boat a little bit better without them. So
Okay, stern thruster, check. Now he's on to fixing the engine. There's a damaged part on our water pump that needs repair. Jeremiah is removing the impeller so he can reach the piece needing replacement.
look at that. You would think they'd start making these things better than that after all the time, but they don't. Here's the cam right here. The cam seems fine. Little set screw right here that he cranked on broke it. It's just completely broke. I'm gonna take that off. I believe he just like stripped all the threads in here. We hired a company to do the easy stuff, which is the oil change. For some reason he just like twisted it and broke it. Yeah, broke it off. Shook the threads in the cam, and there's the cam. So you can see how the screw went right in there. He just, for some reason, tightened it. These things are so soft. So it goes through here, has a little gasket on there, and the screw threads into the cam. He just cranked it on it, broke it right off. After all the time that you know, goes into all this stuff, and it's amazing how fast impellers will break. This impeller has about, I think it has probably maybe 150 hours on it total, and it's breaking. But I mean, this just makes me want to tear apart the other engine since I'm doing this and take a look and see what's going on in there too. But this should not be breaking after that long. That's ridiculous. So I'm just going to button it up. I don't like to leave the water system open. I'm going to button it all up, and Monday go to a Volvo Penta dealer. I can't order these parts online. You have to go through a dealer, and then we'll see how long it takes. One thing that's huge in having on boat is a parts bin. Extra parts, spare parts. I try to keep a lot of consumables like impellers and filters, all that kind of stuff. I try to keep them safe. I keep them inside the boat where the, you know, less humidity and stuff like that. But I just went, put out a couple of impellers. I have 2 that I see here. Might have some more in there, and then I have like a little parts bin area down there where we have filters and thermostats and all kinds of like stuff like that. Fuel pumps, stuff like that. I just want to make sure we have the impeller for that side, and I'm going to go ahead and swap out the other impeller on the other engine, because if that one failed, it was in the same batch, so I'd rather just catch it and throw a new one in there. And plus I'm obviously putting a new one in the other side, the port side, with this issue, and I like to swap them as a pair, so that's what I'll do. How's the fort?
Oh, good. This is a mummy special.
How is it, buddy?
Good.
Oh, Mom built it or you built it?
Mommy built the blankets. I got like the setting, like that wall, these treasures, this.
I love it.
Hey, pull us back up.
Sorry,
You even got the dog in there.
We got the dog and the AC blowing.
Yep, and I'm a.
What is that? That's like an emergency escape hatch.
That was our spotlight, Dad. We got some spotlight coming in.
That's cool. Our skylight.
And it's an emergency one.
I love it.
And there's a window and a lookout.
So while I work, you guys are in here playing.
I've been working too.
I know, you've been doing great. You did great with the dinghy.
Yeah, the dinghy looks good. I'm just waiting on you to get the hailer situated, so I built in the fort real quick. We have no school today.
It's Saturday.
It's a play day, so we're trying to balance both working and playing. But it's funny because he really loves to work with us.
He's loving it. He cleans.
He loves to clean, which is amazing. It helps a lot having another little pair of hands.
It's wonderful. The view here is really nice. Look at that. It's been real pretty. So these people have been paddleboarding all by here. They rent paddleboards. And 2 of them have slammed into the boat so far. All right, well, I'm gonna continue getting ready. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna probably look for some food to order because we've been so busy today. I don't feel like cooking, and we still have the hailer and the bridle and the line lazarette to organize.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So what are we gonna do for dinner?
It sounds like pizza night!
Yeah.
I mean, he might be filling up on chips by the looks of him.
What is he
Grabbing them
doing?
and putting them in the fork.
What are you doing, man?
I'm getting food just in case I get hungry in the fort.
Oh, I see. Stock it up. You never know, man.
Yep, we never know. We might starve in the fort.
Coming up on the Lazy Geckos.
Well, today's the big day. I'm excited to get to the boat today and move on.
Wildwood, New Jersey boardwalk. I have an hour left on my watch.
I'm passing by Calypso, North Carolina.
I know it's bad when you have your friends emailing you. Are you guys okay?
Here we go.
Good luck on your first cruising adventure.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Bloopers. Got an Uber to get some groceries, and we saw this cute little bar to stop at.
You're doing a great job there, honey.
Thank you. Here's your coffee.
Thank you, baby.
You ready for this?
No.
We're passing Billy Joel's estate.
If it lets loose, it's gonna probably plummet into our boat.
They were under the bow already.
VHF antenna firmly mounted.
It's all burned up in here.
I guess we won't be leaving early without a radar.
The problem is everything's so small you can't freaking read it. You can't really see the top at all. Like right in front of us, it's gone.
I found something. Please, the microwave. Don't take me back! You can't take me back!
I'm gonna turn north and probably put out the head sail.
It's nice and smooth. Our radar's been giving us trouble. Have a good time with it. Yucky day to come back into New York.
For your butt. Put it right under your butt.
What do you think?
About what? So you want to just make a shot?
Hopefully.
Want more? Check us out at lazygeckos.net. Remember, patrons can get complimentary access. You can also visit our Vimeo channel. The link is below. Don't forget to click subscribe to get all of the fun. See you next week.